Kingston Coffee House is a locally owned casual cafe that provides freshly roasted organic coffee, sandwiches, and treats. It is a nice place for people to chat and work, making it great for both students and Kingston locals to enjoy the casual atmosphere with a nice view of the downtown Market Square. They have two locations, one near the West End of Princess Street and another near the Market Square close to the waterfront. We are focusing our social media campaign around the one downtown because as of right now there is no mention of that location on their Instagram or Facebook, and it is more central to our target market. We have identified 4 main key issues with Kingston Coffee House. 1. The company's lack of brand awareness. 2. The company's low social media presence, especially when compared to competitors. 3. The company's unfocused promotion. 4. Negative interactions that the company has had with patrons online. Being students ourselves, we recognize that there is a market for coffee houses being used as workspaces. The most well-known brands are Common Ground in the Arc, Crave Coffee House and Bakery, and Balzac. Kingston Coffee House's mediocre Facebook and Instagram are indicative of their awareness issues. To quantify these claims, we decided to make a survey to do some research. Our findings confirmed that coffee shops are popular among students, and yet Kingston Coffee House is not very well known, even when compared to other downtown locations such as Crave and Balzac. Looking at their Instagrams, it is clear why Crave and Common Grounds have so much more brand awareness. As Kingston Coffee House is a third to half the amount of followers as its competitors, it is highly unlikely that they will be able to effectively compete until their presence catches up. On Common Ground's page, we see personal content, promotions like the one for Sustainability Week and the one for Week 12, giving their page a much friendlier feel, especially to students. While Kingston Coffee House's page mostly just shows images of their products, making it less interesting to their customers and giving them less reason to follow the page. We also want to discuss the way Kingston Coffee House engages with its customers and potential customers on social media platforms. We found 2 examples of poor responses to negative reviews of their shop without having to look very hard. Instead of trying to keep the customer's business and understand further if they can accommodate them at cost, they turn them away and do it in a way that keeps potential customers outside the shop. The way they have engaged bad reviews reflects poorly on the company. We have 3 main goals for this social media campaign, which will result in an increase in sales. Becoming more positive and engaging towards followers, increasing Instagram followers, expanding social media presence to Snapchat and Tinder. We believe that targeting students is the most effective way to increase sales for Kingston Coffee House. Coffee and coffee shops are very popular with young people and even more so with students. Being in Kingston, a large portion of the population are students either at Queen's, St. Lawrence College, or the RMC, making them a big market to target. Social media is the most effective way of reaching the target market because you can interact with your target audience multiple times a day, every day. The best part of social media is that its reach is so far. Students usually check one form of social media at least once a day, and occupying space on major platforms such as Instagram and Snapchat will support branding and ensure that the target audience will be aware of the company. The only thing left to do is deliver on the promised quality product, which Kingston Coffee House does. Snapchat geofilters are a great way to gain exposure, especially among young people. All it takes for one person to post a Snapchat story for potentially hundreds of their friends to learn about Kingston Coffee House. At a relatively cheap price of around $30 a day for the size that would be required, this is a great way to increase brand recognition. Kingston Coffee House can do something no other local coffee shops are doing: advertise on the popular dating app Tinder. Tinder is hugely popular among the student demographic, making it a great way to gain exposure. Kingston Coffee House just so happens to be the perfect place for a date. With the scenic views and social atmosphere, it's great for the classic first date. They could set up a profile like other companies such as Domino's have done in the past and start swiping. This would be a great way to run a special promotion and generate buzz. If students find the profile eye-catching and interesting, memes could even start to pop up on popular Facebook pages such as Overheard at Queens. Holding public contests which are easy to enter and have multiple winners is a great way to generate buzz around any company. Another major positive to this marketing strategy is that Kingston Coffee House's main competitors are not doing this. Common Ground Coffee House has not hosted a contest since August 26th, while Crave and Balzac have not hosted a contest on Instagram. Actively having positive engagement with customers on Instagram was noted previously. However, it is important to carry this over to other platforms such as Google Reviews and Facebook, which is a social way for people to share their thoughts with other potential customers. Kingston Coffee House has only engaged 7 reviews out of the 105 left on Google Reviews. 3 were responses to positive reviews, while 4 were responses to negative. Our goal to improve this would be to reply to every single one of these reviews and all future ones in a positive, constructive way so that the customers will be encouraged to come by and retain their existing customer base. Here you can see the timeline for our recommendations. By the start of April, Kingston Coffee House will have nearly doubled their Instagram followers to catch up to their competition and will be holding semi-regular contests.